The topic of today's video lecture is radial wave function for low energy scattering. In previous lectures, we have seen that the total scattering wave function psi r theta is given by this expression, yani psi r theta is equal to sigma L from 0 to infinity ALK ULR upon R PL cos theta, where this ULR is called the radial wave function. So we have to evaluate the value of this ULR for low energy scattering. This we know that the ULR upon R is equal to psi L R, and this ULR is the solution of radial Schrodinger equation, which we have seen in the first video, and ULR is equal to sine kr minus L pi by 2 delta L. So putting the value of ULR divided by R, so we get psi L R. So psi LR is equal to sine kr minus L pi by 2 plus delta L upon R. Now we have to evaluate this radial wave function for low energy scattering. So for low energy, the value of L is equal to 0, because it is in when the energy of incident neutron is low, then it's called S wave scattering, and for S wave scattering the value of L is 0. So for L is equal to 0, that is low energy scattering, let us put the value of L here and here. So we get psi 0 R is equal to sine kr plus delta 0, because this term will disappear because L is equal to 0, so, and here we will get 0. So psi 0 R is equal to sine kr plus delta 0 upon R, and the value of sine theta in terms of exponential we can write in this way: sine kr plus delta 0 is equal to e to the power iota kr plus delta 0 minus e to the power minus iota kr plus delta 0 upon twice iota, and R is already there, so we get twice iota R. Now from this expression, let us take out e to the power minus iota delta 0. So from here common, so from here e to the power minus iota delta 0, if we take it out, we will get only minus e to the power minus iota kr, so minus e to the power minus iota kr, and from here we will get kr plus 2 delta 0. So the expression becomes e to the power iota kr plus twice delta 0 minus e to the power minus iota kr. This value in denominator we replace here, then here we get only, and we get e to the power iota delta 0. Let us multiply by k and divide by k, so there will be no difference in the values, because if we cancel, we can cancel this k by this k. So now in this expression, in this equation 2, this value is the amplitude part of the wave. So let us neglect this amplitude part of the wave, then the wave function psi 0 R becomes whatever we get in this bracket, same value is here, e to the power iota kr plus twice delta 0 minus e to the power minus iota kr. Now from this expression, let us take common e to the power iota delta 0. So from here, if we take e to the power iota delta 0 common, so here we will get only delta 0, and here we will get minus minus is already here, so we will get plus delta 0. So the final expression becomes e to the power iota delta 0 into e to the power iota kr plus delta 0 minus e to the power minus iota kr plus delta 0 upon twice iota kr. So again this value is the value in numerator divided by twice iota is sine kr plus delta 0. So finally we get psi 0 r is roughly equal to e to the power iota delta 0 upon kr into sine kr plus delta 0. Now as we know that the radial wave function u0 r is equal to r into psi 0 r. This we have learned so many times. So now substituting the value of psi 0 r from equation 3, this value we get this r and this r will cancel out. So u0 r is equal to e to the power iota delta 0 upon k sine kr plus delta 0. So this wave function u0 r is called the radial wave function for low energy scattering. Radial wave function for low energy scattering. This radial wave function we have evaluated because we will use this wave function in the next topic, which is concept of scattering length. Our next topic is concept of scattering length. So the same wave function we are using here, the k we have replaced here in place of here. So we know that the radial wave function for S wave scattering is given by u0 r is roughly equal to e to the power iota delta 0 sine kr plus delta 0 upon k. This is our equation number 1. This is our next topic. So as we know, for low energy incident neutrons, k tends to 0 because k square is proportional to E, energy of the incident neutron. So when k tends to 0, let us see this expression. When k tends to 0, the wave function will become infinite. So it is necessary here that delta 0 also tends to 0. Otherwise, as I have told that the wave function will become infinite. So as k tends to 0 for low energy incident neutrons, delta 0 must also approach to 0. Otherwise, the wave function, radial wave function u0r will become infinite. So for low energy incident neutrons, k tends to 0 and delta 0 also tends to 0. So when delta 0 tends to 0, this e to the power iota delta 0 will tends to 1 for delta tends to 0. Now if we substitute this value here, e to the power iota delta 0 is equal to 1, then the radial wave function tends to u0 r tends to this value sine kr plus delta 0 upon k. As we know that for low energy neutrons, k tends to 0 and delta 0 also tends to 0. So this whole value tends to 0. In that case, this sine kr plus delta 0 can be replaced by kr plus delta 0. As we know that sine theta for theta tends to 0 is equal to theta. So the radial wave function tends to kr plus delta 0 upon k. Let us divide it by k, then we get u0r is equal to r plus delta 0 upon k. Let's take minus 1 minus common. Then we get radial wave function u0r is equal to r minus bracket minus delta 0 upon k. Again here, since delta 0 tends to 0, so in place of delta 0 we can write sine delta 0, because for delta 0 tends to 0, sine delta 0 also tends to 0, so we can replace delta 0 by sine delta 0. Now this whole value in this bracket, that is minus sine delta 0 upon k, is replaced by a, with the condition that k tends to 0, because this we have assumed here k tends to 0. For this condition, this whole value is replaced by a. Now you can see from this equation 2, if we take u0r, this wave function on y-axis, and r on x-axis, then this is the equation of a straight line y is equal to mx plus c type equation. This is equation of a straight line. So equation 2 is a straight line, and it intersects the r axis at r is equal to a, because the straight line where it intersects the r axis, the wave function will become 0. So for r is equal to a, if we substitute r is equal to a, the wave function will be 0. So the intersection point is at r is equal to a, and this value a, what is the value of a? A is equal to minus sine delta 0 upon k, with the condition that k tends to 0. This value, this a, is called scattering length. This k is called, sorry, a is called scattering length. Now the scattering length, this scattering length is also called as Fermi intercept of the wave function, radial wave function u0r at the r axis, as I have already explained earlier. जहाँ इंटरसेक्ट होगा r एक्सिस पर, वो कहाँ पर होगा? at r is equal to a, और this, that's why this a is called scattering length. The total scattering cross section for low energy S wave scattering comes out to be this expression we have discussed earlier. The total scattering cross section, sigma is equal to 4 pi lambda cross square sine square delta 0. In place of lambda cross square we can write 1 upon k square. So this expression will become 4 pi sine delta 0 upon k whole square. So if we take square of this value, so minus and minus, minus into minus become plus. So this value is a square, this square of the scattering length. So we get sigma is equal to 4 pi a square. This is called total scattering cross section. As we have seen in classical mechanics, the scattering cross section comes out to be pi a square. This is the area of a circle, pi a square in classical mechanics. But here this is the total surface area of a sphere, hard sphere of radius r, radius a. So the total scattering cross section is the total surface area of a sphere of radius a surrounding the scattering center. जो हमारा scattering center है उसके चारों ओर r radius का एक sphere ले लें, then the total surface area of that sphere is equal to the scattering cross section. So which resembles with the classical result of scattering cross section. ये स्कैटरिंग क्रॉस सेक्शन हमने क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स में कई बार पढ़ा होगा, पाई ए स्क्वायर विच इज द एरिया ऑफ ए सर्कल सराउंडिंग द स्कैटरिंग सेंटर. Thus the scattering length may be considered as the radius of a hard sphere surrounding the scattering center. And what is scattering center? Scattering center is the proton from where the neutron is being scattered. Since the scattering length is A has the dimensions of length, that's why A is called scattering length. The dimensions of A are the dimensions of length, that's why we call it scattering length.